Hello, everyone, and welcome to the City of Bel Air Beach final budget public hearing. It is now 6:30 p.m., September 18th, and this meeting will come to order. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Renee, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Frank Bankard.
Here.
Councilmember Lloyd Roberts.
Present.
Councilmember Kim Elliott.
Present.
Mayor Dave Gaddis.
Here.
City Manager Kyle Riefler.
Here.
And City Attorney Randy Mora.
Present. Thank you, Renee. All right, let's move right on to item number 1. This is consideration of resolution number 2024-05. Mr. Mora, would you please?
Yes, Mayor, and with your indulgence, I intend to read the entire resolution. This is resolution number 2024-05, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, establishing the final ad valorem millage rate for the fiscal year 2024-2025 for the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida at 2.0394 mils and establishing an effective date. Whereas the annual estimate of anticipated revenues and expenditures of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida for the fiscal year commencing October 1, 2024 and ending September 30, 2025 has been submitted by the City Manager in accordance with Article 8 of the City Charter, and whereas the City Council has reviewed the City Manager's proposed budget, amended it, and tentatively adopted the amended budget, and whereas the City Council of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida is required by the City Charter to adopt an annual operating and capital improvement budget for each fiscal year, and whereas said budget must indicate the proposed tax levy for the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, and whereas observed all due process and appropriate procedures required by the City Charter and Chapter 200.065 of the Florida statutes, including notice of public hearing, the City Council now deems it necessary, proper, and to the best interest of the public to adopt by resolution the millage rate. Now, therefore, the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida hereby resolves that the ad valorem tax millage rate for fiscal year 2024-2025 is hereby established at 2.0394 mils, that the millage rate levied is higher than the rollback rate of 1.8518 as certified by the county appraiser on July 1st, 2024, and has increased by 10.13%. That this resolution shall take effect immediately upon final adoption. This has been a full and final reading of resolution number 2024-05, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mora. Mr. Riefler, do you have anything to add?
No, sir.
All right, let's go to the citizens for comments. Who would like to speak? All right, citizen comments are now closed. I'm going to need a motion to approve resolution number 2024-05. Motion made by Mr. Roberts.
Yes, I move that we approve resolution number 2024-05.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Roberts, you have the floor.
Since about 15 minutes ago, we just discussed this and approved it, I think it's time to vote.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Would any other council member like to speak on this topic? All right. Renee, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Bankard.
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts.
Yes?
Councilmember Elliott.
Yes.
Mayor Gaddis.
Yes. And so the resolution passes unanimously. The final millage rate for the City of Bel Air Beach is 2.0394 mils for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2024 and ending September 30th, 2025, and is 10.13% higher than the rollback rate of 1.8518 mils due to a 10.55% increase in property values. The purpose for setting the millage rate at 2.0394 is to fund the general fund expenses for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025. All right, let's move on to item number 2. There we go. Item number 2. This is for consideration of resolution number 2024-06. Mr. Mora?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is resolution number 2024-06 to be read in full, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, making appropriations for certain expenditures, expenses, capital improvements, and certain indebtedness of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2024 and ending September 30, 2025, and establishing an effective date. Whereas the City of Bel Air Beach will begin a new fiscal year on October 1, 2024, and whereas it is necessary and required that prior to beginning a new fiscal year, a budget should be passed and adopted for the operation of city government, And whereas the City Council has held the 2 required public hearings on the proposed budget fiscal year beginning October 1, 2024, and ending September 30, 2025, whereas there is hereby established a tax at the rate of 2.0934 mils on the property assessed as of January 1, 2024, for the purpose of raising revenue for general fund operations. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, Section 1, that the documents entitled City of Bel Air Beach, Florida Final Annual Budget Fiscal Year 2024-2025, dated September 16, 2024, comprise the total amount of $4,871,075 for all funds reported. Section 2, the budget is being presented as a balanced budget, whereby there are sufficient revenues to offset all estimated expenditures and expenses. Section 3, all budget appropriations are based upon the total expenditure and expenses, even though the budget has been prepared based on line items and summarized to a categorical level. Section 4, appropriations may be transferred for the purpose of equalization when needed by a budget transfer with approval of the city manager as necessary. This action will not change the total dollar amount of the budget. Section 5, the City Council during fiscal year 2020-2024-2025 may, by resolution, make any amendments to the budget adopted by this resolution as it may deem necessary and proper. Section 6, all budget amendments requesting additional expenditures or expenses must also identify the corresponding funding source. Section 7, cash balance reserves shall be carried forward for prior year encumbrances and reappropriated upon open purchase orders, which will be paid in fiscal year 2024-2025. And Section 8, this resolution shall become effective on and after October 1, 2024. This has been a full and final reading of resolution number 2024-06 concerning the budget, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, City Manager Mora. Mr. Reefer, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, sir.
All right, let's go to the citizens for comments. Would anyone like to speak on this topic? All right, citizen comments are now closed. I'm going to need a motion for approval of resolution number 2024-06. Do I have a motion?
I move that we adopt resolution number 2024-06 as read in full.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. Ms. Elliott, would you like to comment?
No further comment other than the fact that we have the millage rate set. This budget is acceptable and it will not provide for any deficits that will be
Thank you very much. Any other comments from the council? All right, seeing as we have none, Renee, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Bankert,
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts,
Yes.
Councilmember Elliott,
Yes.
and Mayor Gaddis.
Yes. And so the resolution 2024-06 passes unanimously. Resolution 2024-06 is adopted, establishing a budget for the City of Bel Air Beach for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2024 and ending September 30th, 2025, with a final millage rate of 2.0394 mils, which is 10.13% higher than the rollback rate of 1.8518 mils. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion made.
Second.
And a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, we're adjourned.